All right, I'm back in one of these little pockets and the water's 52.3 degrees. It is really slow, but I did manage to catch a little one. Check out the shad in its throat. Definitely been eating. Hit a spinnerbait and get back at it. Just like that. Dang. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm on my way over to Cedar. It's a beautiful day. It's 44 degrees and sunny skies. Listen to the Bassmaster Classic. Bassmaster Classic! Final day! Championship Sunday.
Generally every day this has been when the lull has came.
Iconelli's leading right now. I don't know, it's the final day. It's still early. We'll see what happens. I'm pulling for Cedar. Sound dangerous. Made it out here to Cedar Lake. It's about 10:30. It's like water temps are about 48 degrees. Still kind of adjusting, but I've seen a lot of fish suspended out here on these points. I'm gonna work some of these little pockets. It's really stained out here. I don't know, it's about 1.5 feet visibility. It's cleared up a little bit. The wind's blowing probably 10 miles an hour. But it's a sunny day, beautiful. Got me another fish on that spinnerbait, just slow rolling it through the grass. Absolutely clobbered it. I don't know if you can see this grass is really scattered down through here. It's got a lot of little lanes in it, little pockets. just kind of clumps. That's where I've been getting bit, this kind of stuff. I just had another one roll up on it. I missed him. They're just sitting in between these little clumps.
And it's tough out here. You just gotta keep throwing. That fish came out of the grass. When they're hitting it, they're slamming it hard. But there's some gizzard shad up in this cove. I keep spooking them in the grass. So I'm just throwing a big spinnerbait with a big, like, number 6 Colorado blade, and it's covering water. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a big one here before too long if I keep doing this. Dude, that was like riding a bull. Holy cow, that fish went crazy. Another one in the grass. Caught my first fish of the day. It's been slow. Just came across this point throwing a spinnerbait and she slammed it. Just kind of picked that spinnerbait up a little bit ago. I'm gonna run that a little bit more. Fat. Look how fat that fish is. Same deal, caught another nice fish, just slow rolling it through the grass. That fish was in probably like a foot of water or less. Super stained back here. Water temp is water temp's 50 degrees. Try to get another one. It's slow. Just gotta keep throwing, covering water. Man, it was pretty tough today. I didn't even know if I was gonna catch a fish. Well, midday report. Been at it for about 2 hours and I've yet to get a bite. It's pretty tough. Talked to another guy out there and he's had one bite. That was it. Pulled in this little north-facing pocket to eat some lunch and got 49.9 degree water temperature. So it's warming up. Sun's beating down. A lot of fish suspended out off the bank. About 10 foot of water. Well, they're suspended in about 10 foot of water over the deeper water. Just had to take a break, sit down and think about it for a minute. Changed up a few baits. I think I'm gonna go back in the east arm and throw something around on the bottom. See if I can get bit. I think they're gonna bite. I think it's just gonna be an afternoon bite. So I'm just gonna stay focused and wait for them to move up, start biting. I fished for probably 2.5 hours before I got my first bite. Ended up catching all but one of my fish on a spinnerbait, just a 3/4 ounce spinnerbait with a single Colorado blade and a white chartreuse with a white swim bait for a trailer. I did catch one fish flipping back in the creek. Water temps were 48 on the main lake, and if you got back in some of the pockets or back in the creek, I saw 52 degrees. Really, there's like 4 different watercolors on that lake right now. Backs of creeks are real muddy. You just kind of work your way out. It gets a little bit less stained. Then the midsection of the lake is, you know, 1.5 foot visibility, and all the way up north there's probably 2 foot visibility. So it's clearing up. And the fish are still kind of staging out on the points. The fish that I did catch on the spinnerbait were in scattered grass. I was just kind of, it's a lot of work, but you know, you're constantly cleaning your bait off. But they were up in that grass. I found one pocket that had some gizzard shad in it, and there was actually some threadfin, like kind of doing the death spiral thing. A lot of seagulls back in there in that area. But those gizzard shad were up in the grass, and I was just slow rolling that spinnerbait, reeling it as slow as I could without getting it all gunked up. Basically just, I don't know, probably 1.5 foot, 2 foot down, because I'm fishing pretty shallow. Most of those fish were in probably 3 foot of water that I caught. I did have several bites,
they just stopped the bait and I set the hook and nothing was there. I think that happened 3 or 4 times. I threw a trap or a red-eyed shad for a little while. Didn't get bit on that. Drug a Carolina rig around a little bit. I'm trying to think of what else I did. Threw a jig a little bit. And a jerkbait. I couldn't get bit on a jerkbait. The water's still pretty stained. So things are picking up, you know. This next week, there's going to be a lot of days in the 60s. I think maybe it's going to bump 70. We got some warmer nights towards the end of the week. So I'm thinking by next weekend, the bite's really going to change. They might be pulling up shallow. Might be able to have some, you know, 20 fish days if you work hard at it. But appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment. And until next time. Almost forgot to mention, congratulations to Ott Defoe for winning the Bassmaster Classic. I didn't get a chance to watch it today because I was out on the water, but I watched the last couple days. So that's good, man. He's a good dude. It's his home lake.